The Iowa Organic Association, with funding from the North Central SARE program, developed the Growing Organic Expertise in Iowa Organic Inspection video series to provide examples about the different aspects of the organic inspection process. Organic inspections play a vital role to ensure organic integrity and consumer trust in the USDA Organic seal. What is organic? Organic is a labeling term that indicates that the food or other agricultural product has been produced through methods approved by the USDA National Organic Program. These methods integrate cultural, biological, and mechanical practices that foster cycling of resources, promote ecological balance, and conserve biodiversity. Synthetic chemicals and GMOs are prohibited. All USDA certified organic operations are inspected on an annual basis to ensure production and processes follow the NOP regulations.
Okay, we're right here in a makeshift machine shed, and this here is a grain drill that Jude uses both for oats and his hybrid rye project. One of the things that we look at, step right around here, this is the seed. This is the seed box, and some of the things I check for. I can see and smell that there was no seed treatments. That would be very apparent, as the dust from seed treatments would both be in the remaining grain and in this box. And I can see and smell that there isn't anything that was used in that way. There is some seed left here, and I look closely at that seed, and then I think about the seed mixes that he used and see if that makes sense. That the last time he used this grain drill, that this was the seed that was in there. And that all checks out, but this is one of the things that we look for. And planters, any planting tool is a good place to look for that, to check for either seed treatment or exactly what kind of seed was used. What I don't like here is that there is plenty of mouse habitat here, and would have been nice if he would have cleaned it out a little better, but that's just farming. This here, there's really nothing to check here, really. This is a rotary hoe. I mean, we look at all the pieces of machinery and, compare it to their machinery list, but there's really not much to say or look at with a cultivating tool. This is the feed grinding area. Here is the modern feed grinder. Jude uses all his own crops, and these are some of the feed additives or nutritive substances that he puts in here. This is a mineral physical inspection. Merits, just direct use and feel and smell of the product, as well as examination of the tags. And earlier in the house, we looked through the materials list to see the many ingredients that are on there. Jude also tracks exactly what he mixes in to there. Let's see what else we have around here. And he does have a little purchased swine feed already as well. I see. And then we would double check to see on his feed list and materials list. This is the feed grinding equipment, and he is not dual use. If he was grinding non-organic feed or transitional feed as well as organic feed, there'd be a lot more to look at. But since it's a single exclusive organic use, these hoses, we make sure that they're not dripping any kind of lubricant fluid because this would be right where the feed is, and it's not. Everything is tight there. Every inspection involves looking at very many details, too many of which that we could have included in this video. But one of them is we look for herbicide use around the base of the equipment. And you need to know the difference between just bare ground because it's too shady, or bare ground because there's grain spilt, and actual herbicide use. And so that's one of the many details that we look at. And of course, if there was any herbicide anywhere near the bin, the grain in that was moved through that system would test positive for herbicide very, very easily. Every inspection involves going around and in all the buildings, all the facilities. Here I have found these that are going to be either used for waters or for feed. What is there to check? What is there to inspect? What there is that we need to know that these barrels were not used for petrochemicals or anything except food grade. Food grade barrels are acceptable to use in makeshift ways like this, and we are just lucky enough to see that it was vinegar, and we're even luckier yet it was actually organic vinegar, which it actually didn't need to be, but this is just another example of the kind of detail that we look at. We're going to step into the feed room again for a couple more details. Upon physical inspection of the feed room, these black sticky buckets. And my cautious thought about that is that could be waste oil. And for one thing, I wouldn't want waste oil anywhere near the feed products. And the other thing is that historically waste oil was used for external parasite control in pigs. But actually, I can smell that it isn't waste oil, but I still don't know exactly what it is. Sticky buckets there in the feed room, I wondered what they are, but upon further physical inspection and observation, we see that this is actually soybean oil. You can see the oiliness in there, and it actually smells a little bit like soybean oil, and apparently it comes off as black and sticky. And this is listed in the feed ingredients list. So we were able to solve that one right away.
For more information about USDA NOP organic standards and guidelines, visit usda.gov/organic. The Iowa Organic Association is a nonprofit organization committed to advancing organic agriculture and food systems in Iowa through education, outreach, advocacy, and community cooperation. For more information about IOA, visit www.iowaorganic.org.